Law enforcement officials throughout California have seen a spike in crime rates over the past year after several years of decline. Many blame it on the realignment and also Proposition 47, which was approved by the voters. Hi, I'm Steve Swat for Comcast Newsmakers. Thanks for joining us. We're coming to you from the Tower Theater in Roseville. My guest this segment is Daniel Hahn, Chief of Police for Roseville. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So let me ask you, first of all, the crime rates in Roseville, like many other communities, have spiked upward, haven't they?
Yes, this last year they went up after several years of decline.
Are we talking about property crimes or violent crimes or virtually everything across the board?
Virtually everything. Homicides did not go up, they actually went down, but other than that, pretty much everything else went up.
So a lot of people believe it's the sort of the overhaul of the criminal justice system in California. That's the crux of this. Would you agree with that?
Solely no. There's a lot of many factors that go into whether crime goes up or down, but I would say those are the most significant changes to our criminal justice system since I've been in law enforcement for 29 years, and I would say that that is part of it.
So we should say that one part was really a federal receiver had ordered the state, the Governor Brown, to reduce the prison population, and so a lot of the inmates have been pushed down into the local communities. That's one part of the problem.
Correct.
And the other one is Proposition 47, which was approved by the voters, that really makes misdemeanors out of some former felonies, primarily drug possession,
right,
and some thefts below $950. So the individuals that you are finding who are committing these crimes, do they sort of fall into that category?
Yes, a lot of them. The one thing people have to really understand is most crime, especially property crime, is driven by drugs. The people that are committing those crimes have drug issues. And so anytime we put more people with drug issues back out into our communities, it has that chance of the opportunity for more crime because they have to commit more crime to get the money for their drugs. Right. And so both of these new state of criminal justice in California have tended to put more people back into our communities that would have normally been locked up.
Okay, and primarily with drug addictions that they're trying to feed, right?
Correct, yes. The property crime for sure is driven by that.
You know, in the old days, or previously, you'd arrest and then rearrest and then rearrest, and they would just go through the system, and we'd be just like treading water. Nothing would happen. This is, at least it's an attempt to do something about drug possession, but I guess it's led to some unintended consequences.
Yeah, I think the impetus behind both of those changes by some is a very good one. The first one, realignment, gives the responsibility for a lot of people that used to go to state prison and be the responsibility of state back onto the local government. And I think, in theory, that's a great thing because most people in whatever community you're in hold their local officials accountable for what goes on in their neighborhood. They don't know who the state officials are in charge of corrections or parole, and so they hold all of us accountable. So now giving us that responsibility, I think, is a good thing because that's our community holds us accountable for that anyway. But in implementation and how it actually works, there needs to be consequences for people that don't follow because people that are on drugs or have a drug issues, they're all in different spots in their life. And some are ready for rehab and some are not.
Okay. Well, it's a fascinating subject. We'll have to have you back and talk a little more in depth about this because it's very interesting. But Chief Daniel Hahn, thanks for coming by and talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Steve Swat, and we'll see you next time.